Hello and welcome to the part 2 of conferences video, students. I'm going to talk about in this basic types of conferences, and as you can see, we have different types of conferences which a teacher can conduct in class. And if you see, if you could read the names of these types of conferences carefully, within these names you will be able to identify and recognize the type of conference it would be like. The first one is the process conference, and it's like the teacher meets the students individually to ask them how far they are in the process of completing their task or project or assignment. So she can ask in this conference questions such as, what are you working on? How is it coming? What are you going to do next? And as you can see from the questions, these questions give the opportunity to the student to talk a lot about their task, right? These are the questions which make the teacher speak less and the students speak more. That's the purpose of a conference. Next is status of the class conference. Now, this can be a conference where every student would be given a task, and a conference is scheduled to catch up with how far each one has gone in completion of their task. So everybody updates the class and updates the teacher how much they have covered and how much remains to be covered on their task, assignment, project, whatever they're doing. So each kid makes a public commitment to some specific work. So everybody tells commonly to the whole class what they have done so far. Next is topic search conference. Now, maybe a teacher plans to give a project. Maybe she plans to give some kind of assignment where they have to choose a topic. So she can schedule a conference in which the students basically have a one-on-one meeting with her to decide what topic they would like to choose, why they would like to choose that topic, or what makes them comfortable with that topic, and how would they like to present that topic, whatever they want to talk about. The choice of their topic. So that is what can be, the conversation like in a topic search conference. Then you have read aloud conference. In this, what happens, the student can bring their assignment which they have done, or any kind of a test, or any kind of an essay, or whatever they have done, and they read it loudly to the teacher in order to find out where they have gone wrong, what they can fix, and how they can fix it. But the beauty of this conference is, as they are reading, in the process of their reading, they find their own solutions. They find out where they went wrong and how they could fix it. Of course, the teacher helps them, but then the purpose is that as they are reading, they are able to discover their own mistakes. Summarizing conferences, as the name itself suggests, the purpose is that whatever they are doing, they bring a summary of it to discuss in the conference, to update the teacher on what their topic is about, what their task, assignment, essay, or if they are writing a story, what is it about. So in summarizing conferences, teachers ask students to tell about or summarize or paraphrase the work that they are doing, instead of sharing samples of it. So not supposed to bring the complete work, but they're supposed to share the ideas and how they are doing it. Content conference. Now, this conference is based on what exactly is the topic that they are doing in their task or in their assignment. So conferences officially aimed at discussing and developing the ideas, meaning, content inside a research project, draft, or a report. So just like we had one workshop classroom, if you remember, where I was catching up with all of you that once you do your survey, this is how we put the data together. We tabulate the data, then we make the graphs, and then we did the hypothesis, and we drew the findings. So that is what was focusing. Each one of you in your groups were focusing on the content. So that is what a content conference looks like. It focuses on the topic itself. Then we have dialogue journal conferences. These are not the conversational types, but these are the written dialogue conferences, where the students regularly they write their difficulties or their challenges or the way that they would, maybe like to do certain things, or the way, what are the things which they are constantly getting wrong in their task. So they write all these things, and in a conference they share these reading logs with the teacher. So it's called dialogue journal conference, where written version of conferences, students and teacher exchange notes about selected chunks of curriculum. These are called reading logs, where students regularly record and their responses to class readings in the form of informal notes to the teacher. Next is editing and publication conference. If the students were supposed to write an essay or a paragraph, or maybe a reflection paragraph or a reflection essay, they bring it in this conference and they share with the teacher in order to correct it, edit it, and fix the mistakes in that. The purpose is that the teacher makes them recognize the problems which are there, and and she helps them to find ways of fixing it. Sometimes the teacher can make them conscious of the error if they do not notice the error themselves. Evaluation conference. In this, the students bring their own task or a project and they evaluate with the teacher. The teacher doesn't evaluate, but the students do a self-evaluation on their task. The teacher just helps them, with different aspects of evaluation to make sure that they know where they did not do well and what are the things they did well, and how they could have got better score or better grade on that assignment or a task which they are evaluating. Next is a student's choice conference. In this, a student has a choice to bring anything they want to discuss in the conference with the teacher. It could be assignment, topic, project. It could be their own adjustment difficulty with another classmate or with a group of students, or it could be adjustment, probably with the siblings, brother or sister, or in family, or maybe there could be something which is bothering the students like stress, or maybe some kind of a depression, some kind of a situation which the student cannot handle. So the students they can bring anything which they would like to discuss with the teacher in a student's choice conference. And the teacher, of course, has to ask questions like, how can I help you? What do you want to work on today? Then small group conferences, as the name suggests, these are not one-on-one conference. These are opposite of one-on-one conference, because in this, the teacher meets a group of students. Now, there can be different reasons for meeting a group of students. Maybe the class is so big that it will take a long time to have one-on-one conference with everyone. So she kind of groups, them and then has conference with them. Or she could group them because they have the same difficulty, or maybe they have the same topic which, they have difficulty on. So she can group them on that basis. Yes, so it kind of just saves time, and it helps in a way that, she can meet more students this way than spreading them all over long weeks of time. And then the last one over here is a peer conference. Now, you know the meaning of peer very well. It means somebody in your own age group. So peer conferences are the ones which are not with the teacher, but maybe a group of students among themselves. They meet, they discuss, and they share their problems. They suggest ways of solving those problems to each other. And the teacher, she merely goes around in the class to each group, hearing and observing how they are discussing, how they are tackling, what they are suggesting. And if it is needed, she can give in her suggestion, if the students ask for it, or if she feels they are stuck at a situation where she needs to, come in. So we come to the end of this article, and what we have discussed basically is three things about conference topic. Number one, what are conferences? Number two, conducting conferences, that is, how should you conduct the conference? And number three, different types of conferences. To see the last words on this article, it says conferences basically are genuine two-way conversations. So not just the teacher speaks or the student speaks, but it's a two-way conversation. It is to develop the student's responsibility. If conferences become teacher-dominated or advice-centered, they can backfire, silencing kids and discouraging involvement. So the conferences should not be teacher-dominated. They should not be also dominated by teachers' advice, because then they will not have that important effect, powerful effect on the students. And in the end, it says that it can be tough for teachers to stay in this unfamiliar mentor role. And we end with a comment by Donald Graves, and he says that everything is reversed in the conference. Reversed means that it is not the teacher-centered, it is student-centered very much. And the teacher has to give up her active, non-delegating, pushing, informing role for another kind of activity, the activity of waiting. She's the one who's waiting to hear the student, waiting for students to give their own solutions, waiting for students to make their own decisions about their issues which they are sharing with the teacher. And the reward is the new energy as a learner teaches me, keeping me going. And the top teachers I found, whether in the center of the city or rural schools, have an insatiable appetite for learning. So when teachers learn, children also learn. That is what he ends with. So as a teacher, we have to constantly learn how to deal with the students, how to give them help in the way that they can help themselves later on when they are on their own. And therefore, as a teacher, you have to learn different ways of giving a conference to students so that, you can give good, effective, powerful conferences which have a great impact and which can improve the students' learning. That's all about in this video. Now, the kind of questions which you could be asked in the writing task could be, what are of course, please learn a good definition of conference. You should start with a good definition of conference. So learn a definition of what are conferences, then how to conduct conferences, at least have 4 or 5 points on how to conduct conferences, and also what are the different kinds of conferences. So I could ask you the question around these 3 topics, all right? So please prepare yourself well, look at the video maybe once or twice again so that you have an idea of what this whole topic is about. Thank you, happy learning, and all the best for your writing task. Bye-bye.